All right, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This video, our goal is to deploy two applications. One is front end and one is back end to an EKS cluster. And one is Angular, one is .NET, and we'll test if we're able to make a GET request to our API, and the API will respond and we are going to log the response of the API to the console and the browser. So, without further ado, I'll show you first the code. So here we have API and web, and we have a cluster here. So we're going to create our cluster. So this is the definition. We have EKS Web API as the name of our cluster. We define it in a cluster.yaml as in our previous videos. So the thing that I changed here, I changed it from 10 to 5. I'm not sure if it's gonna affect anything. So the desired capacity for our builders is still the same. I'm not really sure on these things, what all this configuration means. So we are using two subnets. This is the subnet for US East 1A and US East 1D. So without further ado, let us create our cluster first. What's the command for the create cluster? EKS create cluster file cluster. Right. So as like before, it will take around 15 minutes to build the cluster, and we updated our desired capacity. I'm not sure if it will affect our like setup. Okay. I came into this world. All right. So sorry. We'll have to create our ECRs, our repos, right? So let's delete this one first. We don't need this anymore. As for things that are not needed, they will be deleted. All right. EKS web. This is for Angular. And then we're going to create EKS API for our backend, our .NET. All right. Next is we are going to put Docker file here in our .NET. Then we are going to just copy and paste what we did before in our previous videos. And this one here, instead of eks.net, it will now be EKS. Oops. Oh, right. It will now be EKS API. All right. Okay. Then we don't have to put anything here like Nginx because this is .NET. It can support its own. In the templates and I think it's in the deployment where it is setting up the checking the liveness probe. We'll use the Swagger. Here also we'll use the Swagger. Well, we can. Our code here is it has a planets endpoint, so we can also do that planets here. But for now, yeah, I think it's okay. Like, we'll just use planets here. Right, planets here as well. And this one here, planets. And then we want to be able to we want to be able to use the Swagger even if it's not development. Um, you can also delete this and just use the app that use Swagger, but yeah, I don't want to delete it. Okay, so that's it. We have planets, and what else? All right, so we updated chart. The value here will be the value of this API repository, and then our tag will be latest, and our service here will be load balancer. And for .NET, we have to update um, a parameter in what you can say, what you call that, the ASP HTTP port, something like that. So I'll add it here, ASP net core HTTP port. This is going to be 80. And then we will update the thing that is still in the deployment in the containers. Um, let's see what we did before. There should be like the environments here, right? So let's put that here in the environments. And then we'll use the one that we added in the values. So this one here, we'll set it up here. That one, oh yeah, still the same. Okay, so what is this for? This is when, like when you do your local, in .NET Core, it's the .NET 8, it's already using port 8080 as the default, so we want it to be changed to port 80 like before. So locally you will do that like docker run dp 5080, and then you will, I think it's going to be like for the environment, then asp net core http ports. Let's it's 80, something like that maybe. I'll have to review, or let me see if I have notes for it. Oh yeah. So it's yeah, so this is correct. So just like that. Oops. So this is the equivalent of this command, and then in Helm chart, we'll just configure it like this. The name is this one, and then the value is this one here, where we define in values. All right, so that's it. We set up our Helm chart. What we need to do next is we want to push that our API. So I'll go to full stack and then EKS. Oops, full stack and then cd EKS API and then EKS API again. So this is where we will execute the pushing of this image to the ECR. We haven't built the image yet, so we logged in, we then build it, and then it might take a while, but our Docker might have cached the layers previously, so hopefully this will be quick. Here our cluster is not yet completed. The creation of our cluster is not yet completed. So let's just wait for it to complete. All right. right, so it's pushing. While we're waiting for it, let's set up our web. So let's put a Docker file here. Oops, Docker file. I'll move in, I'll move out. Alright, so let's just copy and paste things that we from what we did previously. So this is the Docker file, and instead of EKS.web, it should be EKS web. Right, so we then want to copy the, can we copy the nginx? Nope. We'll need to create nginx.conf, and that nginx.conf will put the configuration there. Okay, so we set that up, and in our Helm chart, we just need to like reference, hold on, not yet completed. Let's open this in a new tab, duplicate tab so that we can multitask and get this. So we're gonna put this here, and then this will be latest, and then the service type here will be load balancer, and then so while this is still building, we might want to also build the front end at the same time. I'm not sure if my virtual machine is able to do that. So let's go view push command, build. Let's build also this. So they're built both, all of them are working at the same time. This is just a virtual machine in my Windows. So yeah, hopefully this will be quick. Okay, right through this road, there's a reject. Looking through this eye, seeing silent signs of the flame. Dwelling in my past, it's burning up my brain. Everyone that burns get to learn from the flame. Hey, I think about the day. My girlie went away with my babe when my fellas got to play. And then shocked when I want me that she fuck. Oh, I'm just a sucker with a lump on my throat. Look at chomp, hey. Oh, look at chomp, hey. Oh, look at you, hey. Oh, look at you, hey. Should I be feeling bad? Should I be feeling good? I kinda sad. I'm the laughing stock of the neighborhood. And you think that I should be moving on, but I'm a fuck up like I said. Fuck up in the head now. And maybe she's just making a mistake. And I should give her a break. And then, anyway, hell, what you want me to say? I won't lie, then I can't deny. I didn't offer the nookie. Come on, the nookie. Come on, so we can see the cookie. Spinning up your hand, spinning up your hand, spinning up your hand, spinning up your. Alright, so it's still building. I might like should pause this, and let's get back when everything is completed. Right? Oh, I made a mistake. We should stop this because this thing here is dependent on the um, once we'll launch our web after we launch our um, API, because we need the URL of the API to set in the in here. We want to use that one here. Then we're gonna display the result here. The So the result that we're expecting are are a list of planets. So this one here, planets will return Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Right. So it turns it seems like it's already done building. We'll tag it to the latest, and then we are going to then push it to the ECR. All right. Every day is a new day. I'm thankful for every breath I take. I won't take it for granted. So I'll learn from my mistakes. Always be on my control. Sometimes I try to let go. Whatever happened to this lifetime. So I trust in love. So I trust in love. You've given me peace of mind. Oh, I feel so alive for the very first time. Right, so let's prepare our helm. All right, so that's it. We have pushed to ECR. What we need to do next is we're going to use helm install EKS API chart release. Then we'll use the EKS API chart helm chart, and it failed cluster unreachable. What is it? An internet issue? Why? Um, do we need to set, or maybe we'll check the current cluster? How to check the current cluster? Cluster. Right. Config current context. Current context is not set. So why? Oh yeah. It still hasn't been created yet. Cluster. All right. So okay. So that's understandable. The cluster hasn't been created. That's why I was saying it's unreachable. Kubernetes cluster is unreachable because our cluster here hasn't been created yet. Waiting for at least 5 nodes to become ready in ng-1-workers. ng here means node group. All right. I'll be here a while. Don't break and going nowhere. I'll be here a while. Ain't going nowhere. I'll be here a while. Break. Ain't going nowhere. I'll be here a while. Break. Doom. Forest solace in the maddening face. Sad state written on my face. Break. Not a tightrope walk, but dance. Uncertain a game of chance. But I'll see it through in time. I'll be. Oh, wow. thirsty. All right, so let's wait for this to complete. And if a person, place, or thing can deliver, I would quiver with delight. Bark, bark, bark. Tempted by the hand that could blind my vision and sight. But at 20 years of age, I'm falling in it. Alright, so that's completed. So we should be able to reach to our cluster. So we'll install our EKS API. And then it should be able to give us um, um, a load balancer DNS. All right, so let's check if it's running. Um, so it was not running. All right, it's now running. Let's get the DNS. All right, so the DNS is this one. Let's load our DNS. The URL, and then let's put Swagger. It's not available, so the load balancer might still be working. Swagger. All right, so let's calm down and let's check the status of the pod. Are we able to see? No, I think this is a load balancer um, issue. It's not yet. So this one here, all are good. How can we check if the load balancer is already kicking or spinning? Not at 20 years of age. All right, so Swagger is available, and let's see planets. Planets is displaying. So this is this should be our URL. All right, so let's just copy the entire thing, and then let's go to our web, go to our SRC, go to the service, then put the planets there, the endpoint. Then what we need to do next is build and push. So we're going to build the web, EKS web. And by the way, for beginners in Angular, this should be in an environment variable. This one here, environment.ts. Then we're gonna reference that URL so that we can just change it in one location, the environment.ts. But for if we use like in Kubernetes environment where we want this to be in a Helm chart configuration. There's another um, technique on how to do that, but for now, we are hard coding this one here for simplicity's sake. All right. So let's wait for it to complete, and it will build and push, and then it will um, we're then going to install and deploy that to Kubernetes AKS using Helm chart, just like what we did in our API. But the dawn has come into the endless night, and everything is gonna be alright. But at 30 years of age, through follic and rage, all regrets and healed in time. I'll be here a while. Ain't going nowhere. Stay. I will survive. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so we might just want to pause it, or we'll want to just wait for it to complete. All right, so it seems like it's about to complete. To be away from the norm. All right, so it's done building, and then we want to tag it. I got to tell you something. And push it. This phenomenon. Put it in a song, and it goes like. Oh, ever is the core of your energy. Oh, shades of God's made naturally. I wanna know what brings me here. Oh, you got through my headlines with fear, and I know why. Oh, ever is the core of your energy. Okay, back up, back up. You were too far away. Your voice rings like a bell anyway. Alright, so it's now pushed. What we need to do now is helm install EKS web chart release EKS web like that. Oops. EKS web chart. So it's gonna install and deploy that to our EKS. Alright, so it's now deployed, and we'll check the pods if it's running. Right, check the pods. Oh, it's now running the web. We are now going to get the namespace, the services. Alright, so we are going to use the web. This one here. Copy that load balancer URL. This might take a while. Boom, 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 boom. All right, so the load balancer might still be spinning, might still be warming up. Whoops. Let's see. We don't have any issues, right? So this is the web. Let's check the. Let's describe it and see if we are having some issues with it. Alright, no issues. So let's get the nodes. our nodes. All nodes are good. Let's check again our load balancer if it's not ready. Alright, so there you go. It's now loading. This is the expected page. We then click test and we should be able to see planets. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. The same origin disallows reading. Alright. So how do we... Damn. It's like you already deployed and then you forgot about some... How do we add cores here? Should be like this. In a previous old school way. Services that add cores. How do we add cores here? Let's go to ChatGPT or Google. .NET 8 Web API minimal API add cores. They keep on changing the coding conventions. Okay, add you can just use directly here. You may want to extend it like so. Add core services add core. So why is it not available here? Services add cores. It's not available anymore. Isn't it not available anymore? Add cores. So can use it. Use. Yeah. See. No more use cores. So it's .NET 8. I should have. Okay. Builder add cores. So this one here. Builder services add cores. Like this. Policy is just wanna use the like any for all. I forgot for with damn. Um, let's just use ChatGPT. ChatGPT. Please help me make a course policy that allow access to all in .NET minimal API. Oh yeah, this one here. Add policy, name, then builder. This should be builder, but yeah. Let's see. I'm standing hollow, falling away from me, beating me down, beating me down into the ground, spinning. All right, so we got that. fixed. Now we want to upgrade. So in our API, we'll build it again. Where's our API? There is our API. Okay, let's build it again. Oops, what's this? Docker build, EKS release, what? What's the error here? Let's try dotnet build. Alright, so what's the error expected? Alright, so missing parentheses. Where is our, oh yeah, damn. Did we? Alright, so there you go. Alright, so let's build again. And then let's rebuild the Docker file. Feel the same. Alright, so we're then going to publish our tag it with 0.0.1 go. Right, so then we are going to push latest, change it to 0.0.1 go. Right, so it's going to push that. So while it is pushing, let's go to our Helm chart, change the value from latest to 0.0.1 dash go. Let's go, right, dash go. 0.0.1 dash go. All right, and then let's go back here and then let us um, helm upgrade our EKS API chart release to use the, and then use the EKS API chart here. It will upgrade that instead of installing a new one. It will just, let's just upgrade. And let us check if pods are still running. Alright, so everything seems like it's still running. Let's refresh this. I'm not sure if... Alright, there you go. There you go. There's our planets. Sure, right, so it's working. Let's clean it up. Just alright, there you go, our planets. So yeah, we have deployed two applications. One is front end and one is back end to our EKS cluster, and it's working. And next time we want to set up how we can configure the, like, how we can set up the settings in our front end or back end to use Helm chart instead of like putting the settings hard coded in the files of our web apps and our like projects. So there you go. All right, thanks. Bye bye.